Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading that feels to me like letting go of a codependent relationship, something where even though it was painful, it was hard to let go. So we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Six of Cups in the reverse. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is very much so that like I'm ready to like throw in the towel, I'm ready to give up. I don't want to keep fighting all of the time. And the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is about being stuck in the past. Letting what's comfortable keep you in a position or in a relationship or in a place for longer than you should because there's a little bit of fear about what would happen if you change everything, right? Um, and if you caught the title, some of you may know that that's an excerpt from Lauren Hill's X Factor, or maybe you saw my community post, just trying to help out with some of those notifications not going through. But that song's been going through my head all day. It's one of my favorite songs, you guys. I kind of grew up listening to that album. Good morning, Miss Tiana. How are you doing? Happy Friday. So we have, I think in particular, this snapshot is important. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. Tell me who I have to be to get some reciprocity. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. Is this just a silly game that forces you to act this way, forces you to scream my name, and then pretend you can't stay? So it's like, in particular, that idea of no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. You want me to sing it? Terrified of doing that. See, like, I feel like I can sing in general, but I don't want this channel to become anything other than tarot. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's an underlying codependency or even a little bit of manipulation in that line that no one else will love you the way that I do. Bullshit. Bullshit. How can you fucking know that? Like, unless you're a psychic, right? There's this idea that I can make you scared to leave me if I make you feel like no one would love me the way that or love you the way that I love you. And that, in my opinion, is controlling, right? Like, I have no idea how you would fall in love with somebody else or how they would treat you. That's not my world. So I don't know. I guess this is my way of saying I encourage all of you to avoid that kind of language because I think it is on some level abusive, right? Like, how dare you think that someone else would fall in love with you? You're just like not that special. Really? Oh, really? Let me show you. Hello there. Okay, hold on. Flora, I'm trying to keep track of all the different names. Happy Friday. And then, hello, check this out. Martha. I hope you all are doing well. Let's call in spirit. A little bit of wind chime time. And then also a quick reminder, I will be doing the reading today. Sorry, the drawing for the free reading today. So thank you to everyone who has commented on my community post. I had a couple of people that commented on the wrong post, and I think I'm just gonna let you go in the drawing as well because I know what you're trying to do. So we're gonna do that. But anyways, hope you all are doing well. Let's dig in a little bit more. You know me, I really like this situations deck, so I think we're going to start there. To start off this reading with the Ascension card is kind of like, I hope y'all appreciate that. Yeah, we have some big moves here. Somebody's like, hey, you know what? I'm not really about the life where I just like kind of cruise on through it and don't really do anything, right? Like, I'm ready to make some changes. I see what I want in my life. I see what I'm capable. I'm not going to stay stuck in this. But we have this projected card in the reverse. So it's like definitely giving me procrastination vibes, right? Like, I know what I need to do, I know what I need to change, but I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to do it today. I don't want to mess up my makeup. Like there seems to be some silly reason here for somebody. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would run away to ham bone. It's so great because ham is the first 3 letters on here. Hi, Paul. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday. So we have hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle, and interview, talk, conversation, get on same page. You guys, I don't know if it's obvious to you. Look at that imagery. I feel like we have somebody that has dragged their feet in terms of leaving a codependent or unhealthy relationship because of money, 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 money. There you go. Is that good to you? So we have perhaps some concerns over where will I live, how will I move, how will I split my assets with this person. There's definitely just like the little stuff is getting in the way, right? Uh-oh. Unconditional love has entered the chat. Okay, so in other words, that focus on no one will love me or will love you the way that I love you, I think somebody has already figured out that that is bullshit. Because they've already seen there's somebody else out there that loves differently, that doesn't make it painful, that doesn't make it a battle, right? Oh, that was fun. Oh, we have come together, reconciliation. Yo, this has been coming out so much in the last like 2 weeks. So I know there are people out there just itching to get back together, to have a conversation and see where things could go. But there is some hesitation here. I think we have somebody that's just a little bit nervous, a little bit scared. All right, let's see. Well, we had Ascension come out, and some of you may already know that makes me want to grab for the Voyage of the Soul Oracle. So let's see what this Ascension is doing for what it feels like a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. Emotions, water, cry, purge, balancing, and releasing. This card came out, I want to say 2 days ago, so there may be another reading attached to this for you if it's resonating. But we've got somebody who feels like they have, honestly, I'm drawn to purge. I have to get rid of, it feels like my fear. I have to let go of the anxiety and just be myself, right? I think somebody is concerned about confessing their true feelings. And then we have Sword, which if you know tarot at all, you already know what this card means. Pierce, cutting, truth, sting, boundaries. So somebody has emotions that they need to communicate, but they're concerned about somebody's boundaries. They're concerned that their truth would be a little bit like difficult, right, to talk through. So there may have been an argument that happened here between these two. I totally agree with that, like there have been reconciliation messages in my readings for weeks now. And I feel like it's a wave of divine masculines. Remember, that could be a female or non-binary as well. We all have feminine and masculine, right? But I feel like we have a lot of divine masculines that have seen a divine feminine go through their ascension and have been inspired, um, perhaps fallen in love a little bit more so because of that divine feminine's path. And now it's like they're all just like outside the family farm, like, oh, is now the right time? Should I say something? Yes, now's the right time. Because we have a lot of these messages coming through saying you have grown as a person. You have acknowledged that a relationship in your past was toxic and decided that you want something more meaningful. Green jelly. I like it. Therapy is always a good idea. Yeah. So we have ancestors and energy. Foundation, root, family, lineage, and security. It's so weird. I don't even know why I said at the family farm. Like, that's weird. But here we go. So some of you may be interested in moving to lands that are associated with your ancestors, or you may have a trip to visit those lands. There's something here about you being called back to a particular location by your family. And you guys might think I'm totally crazy. That's fine with me. I do not care. Good morning, Miss Erica. But I have definitely felt this before. Like, that's why I moved to Tennessee. A couple miles away, there's a home that my great grandfather built. Near that, there's a convenience store that's been there for generations, and he used to climb over the mountain to go to this convenience store. He's still there. And that feels really cool for me, right? To feel like attached to my family. So I feel like there is something here about, for some of you, you might just be dreaming about this area or this land, but there's something here about re-energizing you or giving you like a refreshment. I straight up make it a point whenever I visit the lake, I want to touch the water. I touch the water because I'm a water sign first and foremost. But also it's like the water that my great grandfather used to fish on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of cool. So we've got something here about wanting to tap into the culture, the land, the life that your ancestors had, and that kind of guiding you in terms of this ascension. Oh, you know what? I kind of feel like just showing you guys something really quick. So in that lake that I love to go to, I found this and cleaned it. It was not this clean when I found it. But do you guys see how thick that glass is? That's some old glass. So I have my suspicions that it had liquor in it. But who knows? Who knows for sure? But I thought it was cool. I also didn't want anyone to step on it and hurt themselves. All right, so 3 of rings or 3 of pentacles and 2 of rings in the reverse. This feels very much so like a continuation on that vibe with your ancestors. It feels to me like somebody here is watching out for you. And they want 2 people to come together, 2 people to reconcile. For some of you, this is a past life person. In other words, if you have no one from your past that you want to deal with anymore, you're not going to have to. And if you don't believe in past lives, it's totally cool. No big deal. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. There's something here about reuniting with somebody or meeting somebody where you feel like you've known them forever, right? There's this idea of, wow, you actually see me. If this is somebody from your past, I feel like when you initially met them, there were sparks right away. You were just like, who are you? This energy is different and I really like it, All right. So we have Temperance in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse. And this is clarifying the hamster wheel. So I feel like we have a relationship ending here. We have somebody that is acknowledging this is not a good mix. All we do is fight. It's unhealthy. It's toxic. It's, you know, codependent. And I'm going to finally have the strength to walk away. You know that part in the song where she says, "You let go and I let go too"? That's what somebody is doing. I feel like this talk or this conversation is actually a breakup. Like, why do we keep beating ourselves up? If this isn't going to work, it isn't going to work. The Fool in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. Again, a breakup. But we also have to keep in mind, this is clarifying unconditional love. So for some of you, this specifically says we have somebody that was stuck in an on-off toxic relationship dynamic that let go or walked away from unconditional love. And they now see that that was a foolish decision, right? So what's this next one going to be? Is it going to be the 10 of Cups? Is it going to be the 8 of Cups in reverse? Ooh, the Devil. Oh, I forgot you. The Devil? Are you reuniting with the Devil? If so, I wore the right dress for it. More so, this is coming across to me as somebody cannot stop thinking about their missteps, their mistakes. I let something real go for something fake. You know, this person is a little obsessed, I think. Hello there, Muskin. I'm happy to reply, but this is a general reading, so I don't do the individual questions. But if you check the description box below, you can find a way to request a personal reading, and I'm happy to help you there. Otherwise, I do have readings that have yes, no in the title, where I do Magic 8-Ball cards, where they give you a yes or no answer. So you're welcome to watch one of those. Yes, Miss Erica, that is entirely appropriate. And I don't often do that unless I get duplicates. But with the Devil, this could also be indicating that you have a Capricorn energy around you, or that you have Capricorn in your energy. But in particular, this Devil card always makes me feel like somebody is letting something like stifle their decisions or control them, because it's got something wrapped around somebody's neck. Generally, the Devil has people in chains, but it's not around the neck. So I always feel like this card in particular is somebody feels like they have to do something. They have to change something because it's like uncomfortable. I don't know how many of you like to wear turtlenecks out there. It's like one of my mom's favorite styles of shirts. And I don't get it because, like, I can't handle it. I do not like the feeling. Now, I like choker necklaces. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, there's something here about like, I have to do something because it's like driving me crazy. King of Cups. I have to express how I feel because it is consuming me. This person may feel like they need help from a friend to like bring you two together or to have this conversation. We have the 10 of Swords. They're procrastinating because they don't know how you feel. They don't know if you want to talk to them. They don't know if you're interested. They don't know if you're, you know, permanently on hermit mode. Say what you got to say, man. You know, like that's what I think. I mean, obviously it makes sense to choose the right time, the right place. You know, like don't tell everyone you're pregnant at somebody's wedding, for example. Like find the right time and then say what you got to say. Like, take that burden off your back, you know? We've got somebody who feels like because they don't know how something will go, because they don't know how it will end, that they can't really move forward. Like, yo, one of the best things about life is that it's unpredictable. Okay. Like, if 5 years ago you had told me that I would move to Tennessee, I'd be like, I don't know, you're funny. You know, like sometimes we surprise ourselves. Hello, Lainey. How are you doing? Yes, exactly. Check this out. Good morning, Miss Joanna. How are you doing? How dare you? I hope it was the dick chakra guy. So apparently there's a tarot guy who talks about dick chakra, which is hilarious. Hi, what's up, Hambone? All right. So we have the moon in the reverse, which is kind of underscoring how Miss Moon Goddess was watching someone else. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, we have somebody who has been hiding how they truly feel, not really wanting to face the reality of the situation, and ignoring their intuition. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. And I've been there, you guys. Sometimes it feels overwhelming to address a toxic relationship. How do I deal with this? How do I deal with that? Who do I tell first? What do I do about my cell phone bill? You know, like there's all these little details, and I feel like somebody just didn't want to deal with it. But they got to a point where they realized, oh my gosh, like I can't stop thinking of. Thanks for clarifying, Miss Joanna. They got to a point where they're like, I can't help it. I can't stop thinking about this person. I need to figure out what these feelings are and what they mean for me. But they ran into some issues with their ex. So what I mean to say is, I feel like whoever this person is, they were stuck in this relationship or feeling stuck in this relationship. They didn't know if they could actually end it or if they would end it only to find out that they got rejected by this other person that they love. Newsflash, we don't have to jump from one relationship to another. Just because one person's going to reject you, if they do, doesn't mean you should stay in a relationship that's unhealthy. Like, that's not logical. If you are unhappy in a relationship, if you know that it's codependent, if you know that it's toxic, if they say shit like, no one will ever love you the way I love you, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have to be in a relationship. What's wrong with having some time to yourself? In fact, I would encourage all of you to like instate this like mandatory like 3 months single after every relationship. Like, take time for you. Take time to be selfish. Being selfish isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes you do need to treat yourself and just be on your own, right? So I feel like this person had to kind of go through that discovery and realize it doesn't matter what happens with this person that I'm in love with, because the person I'm in a relationship with is still going to be the wrong person for me. I don't have to jump to a new relationship right away, you know? In a relationship with coffee and yoga. Oh, I love it. Yeah, right now I'm in a relationship with Love Island. That's like the, don't always have to pay attention to it TV show that like runs in the background when I do my cleaning and whatnot. We have the Two of Wands and the reverse. Ignoring a path that is an escape. Somebody was procrastinating. This feels to me like, I don't want to do all that work. I don't want to get into an argument. I don't want to find a new place to live. Like all of these weird ways to justify staying in an unhealthy relationship, right? Hello there, Redbeard. How are you doing? Like smashed. All right, let's get some Lenormand, shall we? This is the Fairy Lenormand because it's Friday. So, Fairy Friday. And also because I posted a video of a butterfly yesterday. It just makes sense, right? All right, so we have the Mountain, number 21. Okay, I love you guys, so I'm just going to tell you what I just discovered. Number 69, because of the numbers being flipped. I think that's kind of amusing. Anyways, we have confusion here. Somebody not necessarily wanting to face the truth. This card keeps coming out. So we definitely have some external influences here, right? People in the community or people in the family that are like causing commotions here, right? Like, I'm trying not to be irritated right now, but my basic vibe is this. If you don't like a person because they mistreat your friend or family member in a relationship, I totally get that. But let's be real, there are more reasons than just that people get involved in other people's relationships. And I think it's time we all ask ourselves, at what point do we accept you don't know everything that goes on in that relationship? So I think there was judgment shared, right? Like maybe even like gossip, like you shouldn't be with that person because XYZ. And this is what motivated the masculine energy to not pursue the love interest that he actually wanted to pursue. You're gonna have to try a lot harder if you want to convince me not to pursue somebody romantically. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just stubborn. Yeah, I'm probably stubborn. But somebody influenced this person to choose the wrong path. Do you see how she's looking down the moon path? And we have moon in the reverse. This person chose this moon path, this darker path, and now they've rejected it. I went down the wrong path because other people told me to when I was confused. I could have just taken the right path if I hadn't listened to other people. I also just want to point out we have 20, 21, and 22. All right, let's get some tarot going again. We'll go with the Morgan Greer. This is one of those kind of crazy tarot decks for me because there are like 2 or 3 cards in here that remind me of people that I actually know, like the way that they look. It's kind of spooky to me. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, and that's one of them. Funny. King of Rods or King of Wands and Judgment. So somebody made a decision on their own. And I like that we have the King of Cups clarified by the King of Wands. This is somebody who's now ready to take action on the emotions that they're feeling, right? Aw, happy birthday, Mama. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, this person's ready to make a choice on their own and not let others influence them. 4 of Swords in the reverse. They know that they got into this situation because they didn't ask the questions, because they were overly confident they could make something work. this person has been humbled. This person sees things differently now because they have experienced loss or disappointment or this toxic relationship, right? Nine of Cups. There's curiosity here because they know what they want. It's like, how do I make myself stop thinking about this person? But also, like, I really like thinking about this person. It's like two different sides to this person in terms of how they handle this love situation. We have the Hermit in the reverse and the Fool. So they know they got off track. They know they made the wrong choice. They know that they made this decision based off of the wrong reasons, right? For some of you, this person chose to stay in a relationship for financial reasons, and they thought that that would be the right choice, like more practical choice. And they ended up learning just how important it is to listen to your emotions instead of practical reasons for a relationship, right? Like, just because somebody is wealthy doesn't mean they actually, in your heart, get more points as a person. And I think this King of Wands has realized that they need to go down this other path. They need to go down the sunshine path. So this feels to me like somebody who is packing. Um, that's hilarious. But like packing up their stuff to move. Um, and it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is actually moving, but it could be. I think more so this is like, I'm getting my shit organized. I'm figuring out what I need to do, and I'm going to have that conversation, right? Yes, exactly. Wow, so we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this masculine energy has had a breakup, an ending in a relationship, and it's because they want more. They see the potential for a better relationship. They know that somebody else could love them more. Good for you, King of Wands. I'm proud of you. Oh my gosh, this is like so much love. I mean, kind of want to do a happy dance for you guys. King of Cups clarified by King of Wands. And then here we have the King of Cups again. This person knows now to make decisions based off of their heart. They're not just going mind over heart consistently now, because they know that's what caused the obstacles or the delays for them in terms of being happy. There's like a daydream quality here. Like this person will every once in a while just like lose sight of reality and just like dream up how things would be if you guys were together. Here we have the Six of Cups in the reverse again, just like we had it in the pre-shuffle. So yes, this person assumed that things would go better in a relationship that they no longer want. They have learned a lesson, a very difficult lesson, but a very meaningful lesson in terms of how do I pursue what I want or a relationship that would make me happy. Ooh, I love this, you guys. So we have the Devil in the reverse. And I've definitely dropped that C word a few times, codependency. I feel like this person understands now that they have to find a situation that isn't codependent, and that will make all the difference in the world. I think it's like, oh, yes, please do that. I think this person finally realizes that a lot of their fear that they had about being in a relationship or being like tied down was because they had had only unhealthy relationships. They see now the potential for a healthy relationship where if there is no codependence, there is only independence in a partnership, right? So, like, The dream for this King of Wands is, can I be in love with somebody? Can I be happy with somebody, but not feel like I have to sacrifice my own happiness, right? I think they finally see there's an opportunity for this, because if you want to have a healthy relationship, you do have to find a way to still be an individual, right? Like, there's no relationship out there that would convince me to, for example, stop doing this YouTube channel. That's my passion. Good luck. You are not going to convince me to do that. These are my people. Um, I feel like it's real important to respect your partner's individuality to the extent where we still have mutual respect for each other, right? Like, you have to do you, whether that's, grabbing a drink with the boys, or going getting your nails done with the girls. And we have a way to communicate across that, you know, separation, to make sure that there's still trust there, right? I think this person has finally understood there's a different, like another level to relationships that is more attractive to him, right? Yes, boundaries, exactly. That High Priestess in the reverse again, underneath the Hermit in the reverse. So it's like there's a surprise here for somebody. As I definitely view this as somebody who has, maybe missed some messages that their intuition was trying to share with them. I'm really focused on this gigantic rose in the front, the white rose. To me, it's coming across as somebody is so terrified of this conversation that they are risking losing it completely. They apparently need a little bit of a kick in the butt to say, there's a window of time, right? Like, if you don't choose when you're going to have this conversation, if you don't have the balls to say something, you are going to lose the person you consider to be the one. Because there's clarity. I know what I need to do. I know what I want. I know who I want. But I have to actually, it feels to me like, end the silence, end the ambiguity, be honest, And that's scary to a lot of people, but I'm going to just tell you right now, the scarier option is to never be able to speak your truth and lose the things you want the most. I will always encourage you to speak your truth. Sometimes you have to be wise about it. Sometimes you have to find your right moment. But I will never be a proponent for forever holding your peace. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. I hope you guys understand my giggles like that. Is this person watching you? Because this Page of Swords in the reverse is like, no, shh. I'm studying, okay? I'm just like watching them. Oh, thank you, Miss Joanna. Why talk when you can stalk comes to mind. Yeah, what's up, Hambone? Yeah, he's not down for that. Get off your ass and have a conversation. What do you have to lose? Like, for real, what do you have to lose? You have more to lose by not speaking up than you do by speaking up. What is meant for you will be for you, right? So if you want there to be a transformation in your love life, if you want to be in a situation where you feel loved for who you are, seen for who you are, then you have to be willing to go through this transformation. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort box, right? Your comfort zone. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, I don't know. There will always be people out there that want to manipulate others, but I like to do reverse manipulation, which I perceive to be basically like, okay, forgive me, I'm weird, right? There's this episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Frank is oiled up like head to toe. And that is my spirit animal for dealing with people that are manipulative. Like, ugh, I'm just gonna like get out of there. You can't keep me in one place. You're not gonna manipulate me, like whether that's just like saying something that they don't expect me to say, like, are you trying to gaslight me right now? What? No, me? No, 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 definitely not. No. Really? Because that's what it looks like. Here, let's look up the definition of gaslighting. Look, it's your face. Like sometimes people just really can't handle it when you call them on their shit to their face. It's one of my favorite things to do. I try not to do it too often because then it loses its sparkle. Yes, it's sanitizer. You're right, Tiana. I just want to be pure. Nine of Swords. Star in the reverse. You guys, this is like kind of getting me in my feels. We've got somebody who's struggling to sleep at night, somebody who is like at random parts of the day thinking of this person. Like there is a void here, a vacuum. Like I really want to talk to this person. I really want to be with this person. The star is in the reverse because this is giving me soulmate vibes. Like when you really care for somebody and you don't get to see them, you don't get to talk to them, but you still think about them all the time, it gets to a point where it's like that longing turns into like a physical effect, right? Like stomach hurts, head hurts. This person is really going through it because they don't know how to address this situation. You have the World in the reverse, but they know that it's not over because they keep feeling drawn, right? Drawn back to you. Oh, that makes all the sense in the world. Why do they keep feeling drawn back to you? Because you are the Queen of Wands. Whether or not you identify as feminine, the Queen of Wands is the energy that magnetizes people to you, right? Like when you're the Queen of Wands, you have mastered that concept of whatever is meant for me will be for me. And therefore, I do not have to manipulate anything. I do not have to chase anything, right? Like Queen of Wands is, I'm going to live my life and everything will be as it should. But you also don't want to be like you don't seek out battles, right? So I feel like this calm, accepting energy is part of what really draws this person to you because they have dealt so much with energies that want to manipulate them. Hey, get down. Hambo. Hambo. I'm looking for something I can safely throw. Okay, good. Good boy. All right. Actually, let's switch over. We'll go with the Crow Tarot. Oh yeah, he definitely ignores me. Not all the time. Like sometimes he gets that I mean business. But I think he also knows that I'm like busy right now, so it would probably take more for me to like get up and go over there. We have Seven of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is giving me like, yeah, no, I want to tell you what really happened. I want to come clean or I want to resolve the issue. Yes, exactly, Miss Joanna. I just don't know if I want to do it right now, right? Because what did we have at the beginning? I don't have a timeline, okay? Don't rush me. Well, Hello, my name's Carmen, and I'm here to rush you because you're about to lose what you actually want because you're sitting on your ass. So, you know, go get what you want. Go say what you need to say. I don't know how many of you are, let's call it feisty, like I am. But if this person is pursuing you and they demonstrate a lack of a King of Wands energy, which is like, if I want something, I'm going to pursue it. They may not realize it, but like maybe it's a little bit of a turnoff that you don't have any cojones, you know? Like, just as an example, I'll share with you guys. The other day, there was somebody who like hit on me, and I was like, I'm not interested. Thank you. But I do want to just tell you that I have a ton of respect for you for actually like putting it out there. Like this dude wasn't just like, "Hey, do you want to like Netflix and chill sometime?" Like he had a plan, he had an idea. He thought it out and then he didn't have any like, I don't know, hesitation to just put it all out there. And that's attractive. Like, I don't know, ladies, how many of you would agree? You want something? Fucking speak up for yourself, right? Like, say something. Um, you get points in my book for that, right? This isn't an open invite. But, I would imagine that most of the people out there who want to be in a relationship but aren't welcome people making an effort, even if there isn't something there, right? Because, like, hey, I respect you for having the balls to say something, for having the wherewithal to like actually make an effort or make a move. Like, good for you. And then maybe it gets easier each time, right? 10 for effort. Exactly. 10 out of 10 would hit on you again. Oh, damn it. I need to stop doing that. All right. What? Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. Slow but steady wins the race. So even though I'm taking forever, even though I'm procrastinating this conversation, I do have the intention of coming towards you and telling you what I want. Okay, well, you're taking too long, okay, Sonny? Yes, exactly. Now I feel like we need to listen to some Eminem, Miss Joanna. Five of Wands. Oh, is that why you're nervous? You're nervous because there's competition, because there's other people that are interested in your person? Shouldn't that motivate you to take some action because somebody else might get in like Flynn before you? Just a question. I'm so judgy, aren't I? Yeah, no, listen up here. There are other kings interested in your love interest here. There are other people interested. So I'm not saying that the first is always the winner, but like you probably don't want to like, dilly dally. There's that double card again. Okay, we might have some Capricorn energy in this reading. We've got, I think this is specifically about somebody who's obsessing over how they say what they need to say. If you can't figure it out, you don't have to figure it out 100%. But one thing that I would recommend if you're trying to figure out how to have this difficult conversation is write it down. Write a letter. You can edit along the way. That's not quite right. It's always helpful to frame things in the I feel versus you did this. Meg Myers, I love her. Think about it, but don't obsess over it. Because at the end of the day, if somebody is interested in what you have to say, if somebody wants to make things right with you, they will. I love it. All right, what else do we have? Knight of Wands in the reverse. I don't know, that kind of makes me excited. I think we have somebody who's ready to take action, but it might be one of those situations where they're like sitting on the couch watching their favorite reruns. Probably It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And then they're like, I gotta do something. I gotta do something right now. For some of you, this is like your ancestors swatting you outside the head, just like, hey, you gotta do something? You gonna do something? I feel like this King of Wands is going to get a heads up, and it's going to be, hey, you're not listening to your intuition. You are ignoring what you know you need to do because you are scared of it. Don't let fear control your life. Do not let fear control your life ever. I think I've said this before. We either come from a place of love or we come from a place of hate. Everything we say, everything we do, everything we seek. Are you coming from a place of love or hate? If you have discernment and intuition, and we all do, but you rely on it or you believe in it, you know that person's coming out of, fear. They're talking to me out of fear. That person is talking to me out of love. Ask yourself that question the next time you need to make a decision about a person and whether or not they should be in your life. This King of Wands energy is, I think, contemplating a surprise visit or a surprise conversation, and they're trying to decide whether or not to be like, what's the word? Quick to act, like a little bit reckless, but that's not quite the word that I want. Um, because they know that this person that they're interested in has other suitors and is beloved. This is not somebody who's going to stay on the shelf for 10 years because nobody's interested in them, right? Like this is somebody who is a star, right? We have the star in the reverse over here. They miss their star, they miss their inspiration. All right, actually, let's get. We'll go with the everyday tarot. And then we'll call it. Oh, hello, Miss Christina. Happy Friday. How are you? What's the damn? Oh, because you're late. I even put a little post out there for you, Christina. Oh, I'm sorry he's not feeling well. Give him a hug for me. If that means anything. Five of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is ready to make amends. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse again. But there's delays. Or there have been delays. All right, I like to see this. We have the Sun card, and this feels to me like somebody acknowledging, I'm just going to have to do this, like a Band-Aid, right? Like, rip it off. Because they know what they want. Seven of Cups in the reverse is the opposite of this Mountain card that we had. We have somebody who has clarity now. They see the truth. They know what they want. They know what they need to do. And they know that they've been procrastinating, right? Four of Swords. They've been taking time to themselves to think about this situation. It does feel to me like they have wanted to make sure that they make this decision on their own and don't let other people influence them. Oh, this is so beautiful, you guys. This person wants to be honest, tell you what happened in this situation, and make things right. Six of Pentacles. They may even have a gift for you, but this person wants to make sure that you understand how important you are to them, that they think about you. They want to tell you that they have ended the relationship. Maybe you already knew that they were in a relationship. And tell you that they don't have any regrets about ending that relationship because they want one with you. All right, you guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. A little reminder to um, keep your eyes peeled for a short. I'm going to do the reading for the free personal reading today. And as always, if you want to claim that free personal reading, you have to email me because I don't have all y'all's contact info. Okay. All right. Enjoy your weekend. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next reading.